It is April 23rd, and I'm checking in with the latest. I've been talking a bit on the Earth Cam, and I wanted to consolidate some of those thoughts. A couple of things that have changed is a face of refinement in approach. So I was talking about how that I looked to Rich and Sharon for, I believe, their face of refinement and that it meant something. And for me, now what it's illustrating is that that is my face of refinement, and that I can go on with it. So in a way, it gives me ease to not wear the face of just hubris among thieves. Do I use that generically? Possibly. I think part of the problem in terms of my approach is feeling that I don't have follow through. One-on-one, even two. It's very obvious for me to see that people that speak of virtue can't afford a dime in their name. Even the same. Even vent, even the same. So that takes that mask off and officially becomes my value inherently to get across time I've already given, that I gave and have haved and by right have the right to set up haven vend dow it again. Let's see, I'm trying to think of some of the things that have changed. So one of the things that's changed is I have a second chance to go into the marketplace with my emailing. And so my emailing has, I had an email bulk mail program, and I've learned that for the possibility of when you put links in your email that could go to spam or be redirected so the recipient doesn't get it. And so what I've done the second time with this opportunity of going to see Rich and him calling the police on me to investigate me and then having the police investigate Rich is that it's giving me a second opportunity to grow my tooth, because I am the container no matter what you do or do, which no one has actually done yet. So I'm suggesting that bring the time, because I'm tired of being tested with your vanity and tie the eye. You would eat time and time again. Reserved. I already know that. You can't afford a dime, honestly, in your name. What else are you going to do? Fee-feign. So it's giving me a chance to go back into the marketplace to encapsulate this latest foray and to wear a different face. So what started to happen is I created an email, and then I took it to my own email program and not through the bulk mailer, and would send them one-on-one. Also, I didn't send them from Exuberant. I sent them from one of my aliases. One of them is Very Good Race. And also, I learned about framing. So in the subject, I put Newcastle PD. And who's not interested in that and doesn't already have a slant on that? So I'm learning about framing. I'm learning about presenting the Very Good Race. And then sending them one-on-one, and also not putting links in that email, but still providing them. So how I provided them is in the body of the email is words, is content, but those links are actually a picture. So that's how I was able to get them to go through without going to spam. Maybe they're still going to spam, but all I know is they're not bouncing back. And in the bulk email program, I haven't done it for a while, but with this last time that I used it, I can see how many are being delivered and how many are being opened. And what I can see from that is there is a curiosity in terms of, these aren't getting through. And I don't know why, but I have a better feel for setting them up this way the second time. The second time has provided me, besides the realization of dof-t is stupid and can't conceive of the conspire and conspire, he thinks he breeds, and that the doll does not desire. Well, the doll desires dof-t. But and I'm not saying that's conclusive. Prove me wrong anytime you want to. Get across to. But what it shows me is a couple of things. I've been able to refine my approach. I've not had to wear the hubris hard hat that I would feel in terms of I'm reflecting on one by one for real, REEL. And so it's nice. That's been a nice turn of events. Not that I was trying to engineer that or not engineer that. It's simply what was redirected. And I'm like, okay, well, I can redirect that hat too. And encompass it, and in the process gives me more tooth. High definition, hand and head. For the date, for completion, even, vend. Debt, tooth. Be at, again. Be at, and bet. I can. Same resonance, same hand. So there's the other thing that it has given me is a air of refinement, that where I was looking into what would be the obvious beholders of refinement, that if you're dof-t and don't desire honestly and follow through, you're not really the holders of refinement by meaning to. You're beholders of, and that's with hyphens, of refinement for malfeasantly wanting to appear to be in a better position to. So, again, what it has lent me in the process is I've been reflecting on you as if your refinement is meaning too, and I do not believe that anymore. And so what it schools me, what it instructs me, is that I'm the beholder of refinement in meaning to, and wanting to, and thinking to, and following through. And so it's the meeting of the minds here and there, where there's still a question, has indirectly yielded my value, that I can see refinement is my face, and I took it with me. So that's one of the things that's been changing. And What else? It's relinquishing a position to teach for no reason. It's giving me, I stared at this thing of refinement, and yet it's not giving. So, and it seems to be stuck. I've spoken of this before. That for Rich, his business is his B-ride, and it is his B-R-ID-E. His bid and bide is his B-ride, and you're just capturing malfeasance and tooling it not to look that way. That you actually feed and feel and field. You get to look like the low road, but there really are hyphens because you steal. You don't cite the real. In follow through, to deal. To the EYEDEALLD. So these are my values, and I can truck with them. And so it's kind of brought me it's smoothed the jagged corners of feelings and emotions that these are my values. Boom, they're mine. I have set up my single shingle. I brought my H to the marketplace, looking for a donor to honestly relate. And I don't feel like I need to be tested anymore. I can circumference your container with anything you throw at me. Okay, that's obvious. If you want my tooth to grow, I get it. You just call the cops to do a thorough investigation, then I'll have them do one on you, and then I'm going to build the container even through a greater peer review. And again, that's not a problem for me. Obliquely, I guess, thanks for the work. It's always been present, but what I'm saying is bring the time. Why don't you bring the time next time you're offered time? I offer time, so why are you like, I think I'll just dick around. I'll addict. Tone. What's up with that? I am purposely trying to segue from this leaning. This leaning is an artifice of your design as a man's framework, because you're riding and squatting on women. For me to get even, I need to squat on a nad. Apparently. Even had. Otherwise, I'm just venting to myself, and people think, God, you're your own fucking problem. No, now I'm my own problem to your wealth that you malfeasantly sold dof-t off doff's nail. Okay? Nail. So that much I can illustrate. So those have been some of the changes, and articulation of, hey, I'm smoking, in terms of MOKIIN, INN, DG, and I've been looking to you to give me my face of refinement, and I see that it's me. I see I eat. The means. I seeked. I see the refinement is me. It is me, but I've been looking at you because apparently I can, and it's nice. There's been an unhitching. There's been uh, a detachment, which I think is good, broadly good and healthy. I talked about it earlier about, you know, getting that dof-t can't conceive, even vent, evenly, ly a suffix for relationship. So he can't conceive, she can't conceive, and the doll, the sheep, they don't desire. Again, prove me wrong if you want to, but that's where that stands right now. There is no proof of roof among me, and what I bring, which is showing the obvious, you can't afford a dime with all you've passé dof-t to toft for no reason. You didn't care to be prime, you only cared to look prime, so you could keep priming dof-t to toft. For no reason, you get a living to be dof-t, and to have someone wed dof-t. On the cur-rent-c-d, you tossed, and tossoed dof-t. So, I'm trying to make the point. We're not at the point anymore to keep slinging your hyphenated shit at me. I don't care who you are, even if you think I reflected on you as a 0, when you're not bringing 0 on 1 even. So that's not necessary anymore. I have constructed a parallax and a presentation, posted my single shingle, my H, to be in the marketplace with my face and with no face to make. And I don't need your hyphenated shit anymore. What I get to take from you for using me, all-time mately, 2x2, is I get to take your face of refinement. It's mine, and now it belongs with real virtue, meaningful, all the time. What else do I get to take? I get to take your face, what was presupposed as your face of refinement, meaning some met thing and some met 10, honestly. That's mine. And I get to leave you with 2x2. Okay? You're just malfeasantly staging an awareness that you would have given to by being 2. Not so much. So that's where that stands. Again, prove me wrong if you want to. Okay. I'm always open. That's my face of refinement, and pros and cons. We talked a bit about, look, the only way Sharon's going to save her hind is if you can go on in time. But for what she's been saying all along, would only be the only way to make her saying apply, because you can't apply it in time. And it's why you can't afford my dime. So it's my dime also. I'm 1 and 0. It's my dime, it's my face of refinement to go with meaningful, some met thing, even if it's just thinking of someone who wants to evenly. So what else? My theory is sincerely winning. Love. The other thing is, if you're dof-t, if you're stupid, I don't want you. I would lose motivation. I would have no reason for what I'm doing. But since I've already put myself on a limb and brought my bow height heaven vent to tool L, love, B, every pound, lend and bend, the date and the time for completion yet again. You just staying 2 by 2 in time and producing product as awareness to stint time, more and more is going to show that you're stinting your own time malfeasantly as supplied. So I do not love you because you're stupid, because you can't conceive, and because you won't, because you don't have desire, and you would tit me for the sheep that don't desire. Clearly. Again, prove me wrong if you want to. So, yeah, I'm working at separation and detachment and trucking off with, this is my face of refinement. I'm feeling pretty good about rounding those jagged edges, learning appropriate framing to get my message across, and not having to wear the face of hubris that I got artificially because you put a presentation of virtue you do not care to follow through. So it was false staging on your par-t. And our meeting has provided me what's mine. And it's now in mind, and I know that. I know that your face does not supply meaningfully. You're not the some met thing, some met the tin and the hinge. Honestly, I am. And even if you don't come through, that doesn't mean I didn't mean to. Okay? You can't say to anymore. You can't say that you meant to. So I'm kind of actually a little ecstatic about feeling my oats. Feeling that I can be a receptacle and reception to me. I can be what I want to be, and it stands for what I want to be. If I want to dress pretty, that's for me. It's not for BE-AU-T-EYE-D parentheses, hyphen D, A hyphen T hyphen E. You eat, time, and the date. So I feel pretty, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just this subtle change of I can relate and I don't have to work so hard to defend my time from dof-t all over the place, including refined dofs and shallow shallow sheep that don't desire actually. So how's that for a relief on my bow height? You know? You didn't bring that for me. I brought that for me. You feel good about that. So, what does that mean if I'm in Delaware? Are you going to call the cops again? Should I test my theory? I am clearly asking you because you have no right to feel good about something you didn't give 2 by 2. I am letting you know that over and over again. Because you reflect on me does not mean you brought the time meaningfully. I still get no money for just being. I am not in the marketplace and you are sitting on malfeasant representation. Thiefend. You're in your actions, as stupid and desireless as you're married. Debt to keep. Paid. Malfeasance to eat. To tow and to eat. Time. There's no honor I gather from your actions, knowing that you'll keep sending me somewhere else. Hyphenated, because you're a hyphen. So I'm going to stop my try to keep these videos short, but they serve as a bridge for nuance, and I'm looking forward to having a more relaxed grace in the light of day because I've made my way.